Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Command Center. We'd like to put our favorite commander, maybe even yours, front and center. And you know we can't do it unless we play those three laborious letters, EDH. What does it stand for today, Hado Cam?
Y'all know what that stands for. It stands for enjoying holiday depravity. That's right, season's beating, bitches. We here to wrap up this year of Magic. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times, but we all made it. We like to give you guys a quick wrap up and grading scale of how Magic did this year and how some of y'all did this year. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all go get some coal in y'all stockings because I didn't see enough flip tables in my tenure around this con. But what are we talking about today, Derek?
I thought we were doing a musical. You told me we were singing, so we made a song about. You said something about the 12 days of Christmas. That's something about the.
Get your Jonas Brothers listening ass up out of this meeting. We got time for that.
Hey, if the Jonas Brothers did the 12 days of Christmas, I might know it. I don't know this song. It's something about the 12 turtle doves, something, and a something in a tree.
No, it goes.
Is that one, right?
Goes, holy crap, here comes Jesus, and he doesn't look too happy.
What Christmas music do you... I can't even... My favorite Christmas album is the Yin Yang Twins, the Yin and the Yang and the Holidays. Yin Yang Twins Christmas, if you have it. If you haven't listened to it, listen. It is a great Christmas album. It's Merry Christmas, you ho ho ho.
The more you tell me about your musical taste, the more I have to cock my head and question. Ding, Fraser done. Ding, Fraser done. Ding, Fraser done.
First of all, yin yang in this thing. Second of all, let's get into our tier list of the. We can call this a tier list. This is basically a tier list of the 12 days of Christmas, or the 12 months of Christmas, however we want to call this. But we're going to go through a list of 12 things that represent the year of Magic, that was Magic. This long year that was Magic the Gathering.
Also, what the fuck's a turtle dove?
It's in Super Mario, right?
If you put enough bacon on it, it actually tastes pretty good. Nobody knows what the hell. I think honestly, it's just a damn pigeon. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest.
They needed to make it sound fancy, so they're like, "Oh, we got a bunch of pigeons. What do we call it? Turtle."
Like I think
they'll make it sound way better when we cook them up.
Was it Vin Diesel that named them? Jeez. Turtle
I
doves.
think like doves are just literally mutant pigeons. That's all it is.
Wouldn't it be the other way around?
Just made some science. Pigeons are yes, because I feel like the mutants would be the scarier ones, but maybe based on X-Men, that's my inner prejudice talking, and it should actually be the doves that are the scarier ones. I learned something from X-Men. See? Look at me.
I hate to go on a tangent, but doves got some goddamn nerve to sit there and have the audacity to walk in front of driving cars. Who do you think you are? And they don't even wait anymore. They
own this city.
They don't even wait no more. They go directly for your food now. It's like, at least they will be kind enough to let me drop it on the ground. But no, they opening the container like they paid for it. Sorry, let's get to what we talking about.
Ready to get into it. Who's going to kick us off?
Go ahead.
I'll start it off. We got the 12 months of Magic. So this is the 12 days of magical Christmas. We're going to start with 12 months of Magic. Because if y'all paid any attention to Magic this year, it did not stop. Not for a second, not for a day, definitely not for a month. We got 10 full months of Magic. Fun fact that I told you guys, and I want to see if any of you guys remember it. How many new legendary creatures got printed this year?
78.
67,000.
Either you guys are good at playing this game or you don't listen to a word I say. Either one works. It was 476. 476 legendary creatures, new legendary creatures were printed this year. That's well over, I'm not great at math, but that is more than one a day. I also could have done my search wrong, but based on my quick scroll, I've never seen any of these cards before, so I think I'm
pretty sure that at least 1/3 were represented in Final Fantasy.
That's true. 474 of the 476 were in Final Fantasy. No, it's that's true. These Universes Beyond sets do just like legends out. Like,
I do have a question. Okay, here's the real question: how many of the legends are actually good?
That's a whole other question. So, yeah, it's
I'll let you know
overloaded.
3 years from now when I look back and like, ooh, where was that guy?
Who said Patrick Star was this fire?
Long gone are the days where you just knew every legendary creature by name, and now it's like I literally just did a random scroll down, and it's like, look at this dude, Ardbert, Warrior of Darkness. I didn't even make that up. Normally, I'd make up a dumb name to try to trick you guys. That's a real thing.
Ardbert was
Warrior
in my
of Darkness.
Esper deck from Final Fantasy.
See, it's real. It's wild. There are so many. Did y'all have one? Can you name a single legendary creature and their ability from this year that was printed?
The Cabbage Man, he creates
just
food.
One.
The Cabbage Man creates food tokens. I know that because I just had my kicked in by him like 2 days ago.
Guys, we did budget battles with multiple commanders. This was supposed to be a gimme. You guys have multiple decks.
Oh, and Venom.
With commanders from this year. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. But no, to be fair, we just got like 1/3 of 1% of all the legends by naming a single card. It's insane. I don't think anybody likes it. I was gonna say, is anybody a fan of this? I don't think it's a thing people love.
By the way, I'm gonna tell you guys this now. The Cabbage Man is gonna be a CDH deck. I'm just gonna let you guys know this now. Especially what they're gonna do is they're gonna put the Badger Mole in there with them.
Gobble up the competition.
I don't know. Every time I see the Cabbage Man, I get it off the board now. I don't even give it a chance.
Oh, it's kill on sight. You felt the power of Cabbage Man with your Deadpool, and that must have felt great because it's just every time someone does anything, you just get food, and then also the food makes mana, and then also you can turn your food into anything. It's a lot.
And with the Badger Mole, your mana tests are double.
Yeah, because Deadpool's a card. Deadpool's a card.
It's Deadpool out there to rescue playgroups. All right, before we close this one out, if we could all name what is our favorite legendary creature of the year. 12 months of magic, of nonstop magic, of sets and secret. We had, I guess we can mention this too. There were at least 75 secret layers this year. There may have been more since that was said. So it was at least 75 secret layers in addition to all the sets and all the legendary creatures and all of that. Yeah, I thought there were a lot of secret layers. I did not think it was 75. That's basically averaging over one legend a day, and I think it's like a secret layer every math is probably like every 3 days ish. A secret layer
every time,
and a new
every time a
legendary,
baby burps, there's a new secret layer.
Effectively, that's crazy. Magic did not stop. Did y'all have a favorite one?
Did Deadpool come out this year?
Yeah.
I think mine might have to be Deadpool, honestly.
Mine's a tie between Storm and Natasha Bedingfield.
Explain Natasha Bedingfield for the people.
Natasha Bedingfield.
Natasha Bedingfield is the dragon that when it attacks, you look at the top 6 cards and you put a. I don't call it Natasha Bedingfield so much. I don't even know his real damn name. It's something Ureni the Unwritten.
Ureni, something about the rest is still unwritten. Yeah. Staring at the blank page before you open up the dirty window.
That dragon is on cheat mode.
Why was her window dirty? You better clean your house, you nasty freak. Anyway, let's get to the next one. Are we done with this one?
Wait, I didn't even get to name mine.
Oh, you gonna
cheaters? I'm gonna just go with Joel and Abby. It's the deck I played most recently, and the first one I could think of, and I know it was printed this year because I just got it in the mail like a week ago. So it's easy to narrow down.
So Ken likes the real sets.
Last of Us.
No, you said Storm and Ureni. Yeah, so mostly Universe Beyond represented.
Hot take. I kind of like the Universes Beyond Secret Layer Legends more than the ones in the sets, which, spoiler alert. Yeah, I've checked out on sets. I don't pay attention to sets anymore, but secret layers are like 4 cards. It's easier to read. A whole set gets released. I'm like, I'm not reading all that. Ugh, I'm just going to go do something else with my life. When a secret layer comes out, I'm like, it's 4 cards. I don't have to think that much. It's just there. So I'm the problem. I'm the bad guy now. We'll go down to number 11. Who wants to take number 11?
I'll take number 11. So number 11, 11 cards of banning. So basically, we're looking at cards that were heavily affected. Well, we're gonna do something we don't normally do. We're gonna look at the lesser formats. The lesser formats is standard. And we saw a great upheaval in standard, particularly with a lot of the Final Fantasy cards that came in, and they was like, no suit for you. I don't know if y'all know who Akimbe Mutombo is, but it was a giant. Akimbe Mutombo was a giant that used to kick people and then play basketball in his spare time. Anyway, these are a list of the cards that
Don't you talk bad about Dikembe like that.
No.
He's a great, accomplished.
No, Bakembe was in the streets. Apparently, he bust open 200 women and counting. So his
and counting. I'm pretty sure Dikembe Mutombo passed away.
Nah, the ghost of his penis is still running around. Ooh, that he was working on and off.
He
the
passed
court.
away in Atlanta in 2024.
Probably,
rest in peace.
Probably on top of somebody. Anyway, going through the list, these are the list of the cards that were broken, and we kind of saw some of these a mile away. So, Abuela's Awakening, Heartfire Hero, Monstrous Rage, Hopeless Nightmare, This Town Ain't Big Enough, which this card was stupid on his face because you got to bounce 2 cards to your hand. Everybody saw that coming. Up the Beanstalk, Vivi. Now, when Vivi was printed, we knew this was going to be a problem. Screaming Nemesis.
Vivi was the Nadu of the this year set.
But they couldn't ban it real quick because it was kind of like the face of the set next to Cloud, who just sucked. Prof's Identic Memory, and the last card, it was technically banned on Arena, and this was going to be Leyline of Resonance because of how the shuffling algorithm worked. This card ended up in your hand a lot, which kind of blew people out of the water. But yeah, the ban hammer kind of swung a little hard this year.
I mean, when you print 12,000 cards, a good 10, not even 10, a good 0.0001% of this is going to get caught in a ban, I guess. So.
All right, who's got next?
So that brings up my thought, and that's what I was going to ask. Do we think it's more that they're just printing so many cards that the odds of cards being banned is going up? Or is it like just power creep run rampant, or both? Like it does, like from the Commander perspective, how do we see it? Because it's like, I feel like power creep's a problem in what we play, but I don't know anything about Standard.
Well, to my understanding, it's a few variables happening at the same time. It's like they have longer seasons of their cards in rotation. Like the cards stay in rotation forever and ever.
Yep. And
so cards are going to get caught up in sets that probably were not intended to get caught up in terms of rotation. And so it's like, because like what was that card? Monstrous Rage. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah, that's
that caught it from out of nowhere. I mean, I know it was the upheaval around that time, but people saw what it was doing, and I was like, okay, how was that becoming a problem? Like, so I wasn't there to see it all happen, but I don't know if that was because of like I said, longer. The sets are in a rotation longer. You have more cards that are being printed. And so things are going to be interacting with things that they probably may not have intended to be. So, I wasn't there. I didn't see it. I didn't see nothing. I got nothing, Chief.
I'm just saying, Monstrous Rage on its face, especially I'm glad because the number of double strikers that came out in recent sets. And I think another problem is too, the QA window isn't as long as it possibly can be. So it's kind of hard to test these cards within a vacuum, but it always seems funny because as soon as the cards get released, like a day or two later, somebody done put out an infinite combo or a quick beat stick of this deck, and I'm sitting there like, when y'all was testing this card, how about y'all hire that person so they can be like, hey, maybe if you put this out, this is what it can possibly do.
Find the most try-hard people in every county, at least 3 counties over. And just bring them to the office one.
Like, just
what can you do with this? How quick can you break this?
Just go to just what you do is you find the undercover person. You just find the sweatiest person inside of the LGS and be like, and to make it like the Avengers Initiative, and just be like, and just be like, "Hi, we want you to join the Magic League." Dun-dun-dun. Thank you so much.
Oh God,
You're so sweaty.
that we played, dude. I was just about to say I'm trying to picture the BO of that particular gathering of that.
I can see the guy Nick Fury, except you got 2 cataracts instead of an eye patch. He's like, that guy's over there eating a sandwich and touching other people's magic cards. Yep, that's the one. that's the Hulk of the team right there.
The final boss.
It's the wild card.
The one that could.
That's
the
crazy.
One,
Well,
the one that's like Judge. That one. Yep. That's the Captain America of the group right there.
I mean, on a positive note, we didn't get, I think, any bans in Commander. So there's that. Small victories.
No, we just got stuff thrown on the. We're gonna talk about this later.
We'll talk about it later. Yeah. All right. So number 10. I guess we'll go to Sid next.
Number 10. We had 10 teams racing. 10.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can anybody name all 10?
I can't even name the 2 commander sets that they
Googling.
gave us.
I'll give you like
without Googling.
Give somebody $1,000 if you can name all 10.
I got you. Okay. You got Team Mario, Team Luigi, Team Bowser. You got Peach, Mushroom Dude, Toad.
That's what I thought.
You guys,
That's what I
Speed
thought.
Racer. You got
Team
Dom Morello. Exactly.
There we go. I was waiting for that Team Family.
Team Rocket.
You got Vin Diesel, The Rock. You got Tyrese, Ludacris.
I'm sorry. Who the hell is Tyrese saving in anything?
His
career.
career.
They took my babies.
His career. But that's for another story. So yeah, apparently we were on what was that place called?
Avishkar.
Avishkar. Yeah. I kept wanting to say Amonkhet because I guess they did also go through Amonkhet and also Madagascar, I think.
I like.
Yeah, they were going through.
I was about to say, I heard they like to move it when they're racing around.
Sorry, Madagascar 2. So it was like, yeah, I wish we could have like learned a little bit more about what was going on now. Like I heard we got a little bit in the lore, in the stories. They told us about each of the clans, and I know you. Well, actually, no, they barely gave us. I'm thinking about the Tarkir one. They gave us a little bit more about the clans. This one, we had people representing different sets of different parts of the universe, the multiverse, and I know you were disappointed specifically because Valgavoth sent a couple of people, a guy and a demon, and we got nothing from that at all. Like
literally.
Where was the gas stations in these sets? They racing all through these planes. How are these things powered?
Who were the mechanics?
The goblins. Powered through the power of friendship. I don't know. I didn't pay any attention. My thought from this was like this set more than anything represented the like death of my interest in Magic sets for an extended period. Like, I mean, I play as much as I used to. It's just, I feel like this set was the one that was just like trying to look at the release schedule for the year. I think this is where it was just like, yeah, I'm just going to chill for a little bit. I don't really need to be as like locked in as to what's happening. Yeah, I don't remember anything from this set outside of, I remember a land.
You remember the precons? The Esper precon, zombie?
There was an Esper zombie precon. There was an energy precon.
Yeah, and the other was it Teamer or was it Jeskai? I think it was Teamer.
Teamer energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was those two.
I did personally get the Esper precon. I liked it. I played it. I didn't play the out of the box as the main zombie, Timid, I think it was. But I did try to go for Mr. Hashatan.
You were playing
Mr. Fist of
the hash slinging slasher.
Yeah, Fist of the Scarab God. I had an okay time with that, and I felt like it kind of ran its course. Like, it's only so many times you can discard and get value. But overall, I think that the at least the Esper precon was pretty good, pretty decent. Can't really speak much about the energy one. I'm glad to see energy is spreading out to other colors and whatnot, but I just still have no interest in energy at all.
For real. Also, yeah, you mentioned these Fist and the Stare of God. You do that too much, that's how you end up with the spatula for a hand. It's a dangerous game. You got to be careful out there. Yeah, I remember. So I actually initially was a little bit excited for the set because I remember one of the first arts that they previewed was for Dismal Backwater. Didn't know what the card was at the time, but it's an art of a statue of the Scarab God. And I remember that was one of the first pieces of art for the set, and I got so hyped because I was like, "Oh, we're getting a new Scarab God. We're getting another Scarab God card. We're gonna get new, like these really cool new gods and everything like that." And we got new Amonkhet gods that were at least in my level of interest. And I remember in the lore there were like other bug gods. There was a locust god, scarab god, scorpion. I think it was like the fly god and something else. Forgot what the other two. There were two other bug gods referenced in the lore, and I was so sure we were gonna get those. And that cycle was like my favorite. I was all hyped, and then they just never were. They were just not there. I remember going through the card gallery and just being like, okay, there has to be somewhere. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed it again. Maybe I missed it a third time. And that was all I had.
Oh well. All right, let's speed it up to the next one.
All right, so I guess we're gonna leave Vin Diesel Land and have to talk about other things that involve Magic, and we're gonna talk about 9 legend dragons because we're gonna talk about Tarkir, and well, it's technically like 9.5. So there's 9 new legendary dragons in the new Tarkir set, and then there's also Shiko and Nar set, which is like human dragon. I don't count you, and I needed a 9, so it's 9 legend dragons. And Tarkir was kind of great. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of fun at Tarkir. There were dragons, there were zombies, there was Natasha Bedingfield. That was most of what I remember from it. But I feel like this was a pretty solid set considering some of the other stuff we referenced so far. I feel like they did a good job in the return to Tarkir. I feel like you guys, I mean, I know Ken had fun with it. He got to dragon all over everybody every week for way too long. But Sid, how do you feel? Did you enjoy it as well?
I played the Mardu set, and I felt like I got I felt the weaker end of Tarkir, and I didn't get to experience the glory of the other clans. So I'm a little salty about Tarkir, but overall, I think it was a lot of good stuff that came out of it. Like I won't even give him a chance to talk about it, but those stupid dragon enchantments, the unsung hero of his decks. Like that was crazy, the amount of value he was getting from those dragon enchantments. I need to get on board. I need to do more of this. I need to be doing more of that. But yeah, I did have I think we had some very decent games when we did our battle on the budgets for the Tarkir Legends. But yeah, I'll let Ken gush about this.
It was a $45 deck that bust ass. That's all I'm talking about. It played like a bracket 4 sometimes. It was ridiculous. As a matter of fact, one time, I'm not even gonna lie, I threw a game because I wanted to throw a particular dragon in there to set it off. So I was like, ooh no, I lost this game. Yeah, let me go put this dragon that doubles all other dragons in here and go to work. Go to work. I punched the clock and I never punched out. That's what I'm talking about.
If any of y'all are sick of losing to any of your friends, pick up this Natasha Bedingfield precon and then just throw in like one extra dragon. Don't even do that. Just don't even switch anything. Maybe switch out one basic for a different basic just to assert your dominance and beat the shit out of your friends because that thing is ridiculous. It is
it's one
of the stronger precons I've ever seen.
It's the fact that it enters and on attack it does its trigger. So I'm like, this is double the pleasure, double the fun. What is this craziness happening right here?
Well, and it felt like he had haste every time he played it. I thought the card had haste inherently for like the first month we played against it because every time it hit the battlefield, it ended up being hasty. And so I was just like, I don't know what you're supposed to do against that. You get 2 triggers. You're gonna somehow it's always Mirim. No, even it's not on the somehow even if it's not in the precon and it's not in your deck yet. If you get a trigger, Mirim's gonna come out of it. It's just magical. It just conjures out of nowhere. Oh my gosh. Outside of my horrific thoughts about Ureni, I still did very much enjoy this set. It felt very honestly, I wish if we could like re-switch things. I would just say like Aether Drift, you don't exist. We should have gotten a part 1 and a part 2 because I think that's what made the old. I really don't like the single set thing. I miss multi-set like block things where you got to spend more time in a plane, get to know the characters, feel like you're like getting established there. I feel like this return, obviously we've already been to Tarkir. I feel like this would have been even more beloved if we got to spend more time there. But it felt very rushed. Like we were there quick. We were in our race cars still. I think this was after Aether Drift. We were still in our race cars zooming and just kind of drove through Tarkir real fast, didn't stop for gas, and then just kept going. There's some dragons. Let me throw it over to Ken then for 8.
For the next one, we're going to do a 8 mana ship. So this gives a shout out to Edge of Eternities. There was a card that came out that was groundbreaking. It was an 8 mana artifact ship that when it ETBs does 4 damage to everything, and you get to destroy a permanent, which if you know how to flicker things can get that nasty real quick. Oh, and by the way, this can blow up lands too.
Yeah, you remember flicker things and Edge for Eternities. That's the theme of this set. That's what they're talking about.
Flick it while you're edging, you'll probably get there. I don't know.
That's how you create Solthera, the black hole. That's what happens in this set. I'm pretty sure that's the story. That's what happened.
Are we still talking about the the set?
Yeah, Edge of Eternities. So I thought Edge of Eternities was my favorite, probably my favorite, like in-universe set of the year. I did really enjoy Tarkir. Aether Drift happened. I really enjoyed Edge of Eternity.
So I have a couple of things about this. Like I like the mechanics too. I think warp is a is an interesting mechanic. I think we've seen shades of this before with like what the Ragovan did. I forgot what it was called, where you can dash it in and stuff like that. So we've seen mechanics like this before, but the fact that you can play it and then play it again for its original cost, I do like that. So like I said, it's not groundbreaking, but I do love the warp mechanic because it is a cheaper version of ways to get the creature off. But with that said, when it coming to the net sets that are coming out in the future, this is why I agree with you. We need to stay in sets longer because this could have been a smooth transition into the Star Trek, especially with the whole warp mechanic. So I think some things get lost in the sauce, especially when they're just turning through things. So
yeah, I also pretty much overall think that the set was okay. I think that I'm still finding things that I like in terms of cards from the set, just here and there that I like to throw in other decks. I think that overall the warp mechanic, it's going to going to be pretty strong for a long time. It's going to be we're going to see warp for a long time, I think. And I pretty much concur that we did not get a chance to stay here very long, even though this was our in-universe, out-universe story that may or may not have had any impact on things going forward. So I digress about that. But I did find, a couple of gems in here that I definitely going to slide into some decks and see how they do. I'm very curious to see how this one card called Zoo. I can't even pronounce it. It's a human wizard, 1 and 2 black, Zoo Idfit, Osteoharmistus. But basically, you tap, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a skeleton in addition to its other types, and it has no other abilities. You can only activate it as a sorcery. So dump something stupid into your graveyard, maybe even if it has like an adverse effect, but bring it back, and it's just a vanilla creature, but it's still, if it's swole, it's swole. You can throw some other things on it, like equipment or whatever, or enchantments, and just buff it up. But that's the vision I have for this, and I'm very excited to build that.
At first, I thought you was trying to cast a spell with that name. I was like, "What is?"
It is a human wizard.
I did have to look it up. You did a much better job pronouncing it than I could.
I've never heard this name pronounced.
Real quick too, in this set, some like other major things like a spacecraft became like is a cool new card type that I think obviously we're gonna see again with Star Trek. But it's like I really enjoyed how spacecraft and station worked. I actually thought it was like a more fun version of crewing for me. I've found that the cards aren't super busted in Commander because the station costs are typically a lot, but when you can find synergies with them, like they're very fun to play with. So that's been cool. And then we also got the announcement. Oh, my bad.
Honestly, I feel like some of these I think they call these keywords are getting kind of parasitic, where there's like, maybe I'm not using that word correctly, but it's like they're almost versions of things that we already have in the regular sets and in other sets and everything.
Yeah.
But like just make it that. Like there was nothing wrong with crew. Because I don't feel like we needed another version of crew.
Yeah. In most cases I do agree. It feels like they do like the evil twin version of mechanics where they basically do the same thing just like in a slightly different font. Like Morph has had like 6 different versions of like Morph, Disguise, Morph Skies. There's like it's multiple like just the same shit, but like the reason I enjoyed this variant and having station is because it's a lot of different like crew pushed you more towards tappy untappy shenanigans with like smaller creatures, whereas station has a lot of like proliferate and counter based synergies and synergizes better with like really big creatures. Like I appreciate that they found a different axis for it, but I do agree a lot of it's so similar, and I think it's just inevitable with they're going to run out of mechanics basically. Like there's only so many things you can come up with. But one other thing though that happened at the same time was vehicles and stations and spacecraft became commanders.
Oh yeah.
I say that because everyone probably forgot because I have not seen a single one be a commander since this announcement was made.
No, I thought about doing one from the Avatar set. There's legendary vehicle. There's one legendary vehicle, but it's mono black. And I was like, I don't want to do anything with that.
Ken, you got to build poo poo. I think
Poo
that's a
poo.
vehicle.
I'm telling you.
Let's
Just
let's move
poo poo.
on.
You get to let that shit fly.
All right, I think that I have the next one.
Number 7.
This is 7 sets releasing. We had, count them, 7 sets. I counted personally 6, but y'all telling me there's a secret 7 set. But yeah, we had 6 sets and a secret 7 set release. We've kind of gone through pretty much most of them so far. But yeah, were these the 3 in-universe, 3 out-of-universe sets this year?
Mm-hmm. So the first one that was released.
Yeah, so we had.
Yeah, the first.
Let's see if you can get them in order, Ken. Go. I believe
The first
in
one
you.
that was released was an Innistrad remastered. I know because that was a lackluster set, which is why you probably don't remember it. Then we got Aether Drift because that was another, okay, I guess it's here. Tarkir Dragonstorm was next because I remember because that dragon busted everybody's face in. Final Fantasy because that was the new hotness because that's when the big chase cards came out. It sold more than I think it actually might have beaten Lord of the Rings, honestly. But they made a grip.
It did in like a day.
Yeah, they made a grip of money off Final Fantasy, and was so much so that Edge of Eternities came out and nobody even realized it because they were still spending that Final Fantasy money. Then we got to give the the RIP to the Uncle Ben of the set, which happened to be Marvel Spider-Man, which took a beating. And then last but not least, which is recovering quite nicely, especially from a sales point of view, Avatar. Avatar: The Last Airbender has been doing great numbers apparently.
Yeah, so we've already talked about some of these sets in particular, and we're going to talk about the ones we haven't as we go through kind of our countdown here. But the velocity of thinking, we had 6.5 with Innistrad remastered sets, and I felt like I couldn't catch my breath. Don't we have 7 full ones next year?
I believe so.
Yes, we do.
I know for a fact we have the Marvels. I know we have the Star Trek. I know we have Lugwit or Levin, whatever you, something.
Hobbit. Lorwyn.
We also have Lorwyn. Sorry, we have
Lorwyn,
the news. The Hobbit coming out.
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. Actually, I think we have more universes beyond than we actually have sets.
Yeah, 4
We
UBs,
do. I think it's
3
4.
in universe.
Which at this point, everything is in universe now.
So about the 7 sets from this year, which set was your favorite set from this year? Go.
I'm gonna say Spider-Man because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. So from a person who loves Spider-Man, this spoke to me. Now, was it the best cards? No, but actually playing set wise, the best set is Avatar. Avatar is killing it right now. The mechanics are actually quite good. Like the bending forms are really good, and I'm gonna say this: I see some of these cards getting super banned.
Even water bending's doing well.
Water bending is crack cocaine. Look, I know it seems freaky and weird, but I just watched the gameplay and water bending took off.
Okay. Nukem vote.
That's
I
why
see you out there.
That's why Katara is going to be the commander for my new deck. The blue white Katara, disgusting. Okay.
Derek, favorite deck this year? Favorite commander set this year?
Hold on, I got it.
My favorite set.
Oh, it's Final Fantasy because of a Chocobo. Sorry, Dan. Go ahead, Derek.
How did y'all capture my audio to play it before I said it? That's crazy. How you managed to do that. I don't know how I just heard my own voice before I spoke. I'm kind of thrown off. But yes, it was Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, I feel like, to me, is the most natural, one of the most natural universes beyond transition points outside of Lord of the Rings, in that Final Fantasy's origins are literally just D&D. The first two Final Fantasy games are really bad D&D campaigns. Like, literally playing the game, you fight the exact D&D monsters. Like, it's literally just like a bad D&D campaign. And with Magic also kind of having its origins and its inspiration from D&D, getting to see basically these two properties branch off from the same starting point and then come back together, I thought was awesome. Because it was two extremes of fantasy, of like the more like Western, like what they call like the whatever the nerd fantasy of Magic is. I forget the exact name of it, but like that mixing with kind of like the JRPG aspects of a Final Fantasy. I don't know. It was like one of the coolest like collisions of two things that are secretly coming from the same thing ever. And I really appreciated it. It was really just awesome to see how well they meshed and how many of the like core things that they shared at their start that have like branched off into these amazing properties in and of themselves. So I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was a fail because they didn't have any Kingdom Hearts, but I digress.
And then the last thing I'll say too about Final Fantasy, because we talked about this with other sets, Final Fantasy did such a good job in including the stories. There's 16 games put into this set, and putting characters and cards and stuff that help tell these 16 stories and like give like background and meaning to these characters that mean so much. Like, they did such a good job piecing a narrative into a thing that's really hard to do, where you have just like a bunch of cards over a bunch of games. It was, that was a home run. I think that for me, that's like the peak of Universes Beyond. I can't see a Universes Beyond set capturing more of what I would like to see than I thought Lord of the Rings was the peak of it. And it feels like Final Fantasy kind of like maxed that out. And I'm not saying there won't be other enjoyable ones, but I can't really see a better match like that.
Well, and the reason why I claim Spider-Man is because I pretty much knew everything that was going to come out in Spider-Man. I think we actually clocked most of the stuff that was coming out for that.
Yeah, there were a few surprises here and there with Spider-Man. Like, I wasn't expecting all of the Noel references. That was a little bit more recent, current. But I have to agree. Final Fantasy definitely gets the gold star set for the year. That was the one that seemed like they got the most love and care for, which showed from the sales and the popularity and the treatment and the like you said, basically the attention to detail that they put for each of the pre-cons and in the set itself and everything. So they definitely knew their market and their audience for this set, and they definitely hit it out the park in terms of the art and in terms of what the cards do. Everything is all unique. Everybody's a legend. Everybody has their own moments to shine if you like that character. So yeah, gold star. I'm gonna give an honorary shout out over to Ether Drift, because I felt like that was a set that was unproblematic, and I think we need more of that.
Ether Drift, unproblematic. What were the other sets problematic? Maybe I missed something.
I mean, it's just the fact we heard nothing from Ether Drift. Not a thing. They even introduced a whole new.
Oh.
Introduced a whole new card type, the planeswalking equipment, and not a peep, nothing.
That is. You know what? I get that. It just happened, and it happened. We don't have to hear about it anymore. We need more just sets that know their role and don't try to overstep it. I can't even be mad at that. All right, I think this one's back to me now. We got 6 Chocos Boeing with the 6 Chocobos. This originally was going to be a chance to rant about Final Fantasy, but I think we already did that. So what we can talk a little bit about is with the Chocobos, there were the neon Chocobos. Why don't we talk a little bit about these like special obnoxious treatments that every set is getting that are these like chase lottery things. I feel like the first set that this year that really like, obviously the One Ring was like the prime example, but it felt like it really took off with Final Fantasy because we got the neon Chocobos in Final Fantasy. In Edge of Eternities, we had the like special full art glitter black hole card, and then when we get to Spider-Man, you got the Soul Stone, and then in Avatar we get the neon full art main characters, and these are all like multi-$1,000 cards for the most part. Impossible to find in packs. Like you have to get incredibly lucky. How do we feel about those? This whole kind of trend towards that.
I actually saw one. That was a thing. Like
one of the avatars?
No, I'm talking about the Chocobos. Like, you remember when we was at MagicCon Vegas and that dude had all of them?
Oh yeah, we saw the full set.
He had every last one, and I was like, dude, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much meth you sell, but Jesus Christ, he had a whole.
Can't we? It was funny. We kind of showed our ass there. I won't say who it is because I don't know if they want their business out there. But like, it was apparently like a very well known streamer. And Ken and I went up to them and we're like, "Yo, what do you do for a living? Can you get us hired? That's a lot of money in cards right there." And he looked at us like real sideways and like was like, and said his name, which I found out after the fact. Apparently, very well known. So yeah.
I still
whoops.
know who it was. Look, okay.
Whoops. Either way, we did get to see them in person, and I was afraid to touch them because if I accidentally got a fingerprint or something. Yeah, I know they were in hard cases, but you never know. Might have some oily ass
like,
hands.
"Hey, take a look." And I was like, "I don't even want to touch that, man. No, et nominis patris, et fili, et spiritus sancti. No."
All right, let's get through the rest of all the others.
I was gonna say no thoughts on lottery cards. I don't care. I'll never see one. I'll never buy one. That's kind of I don't care.
Yeah, you gotta crack packs. I'm glad you gotta crack packs to do that.
Yeah. hey, I'm actually wearing the shirt too. Where's the Tolarian? Buy singles. Don't buy packs. Buy singles. Do it. Save yourself stress. Okay. Ken, I'll throw it to you for number 5.
Okay. So of number 5 unbanned cards. That's right. They finally jumped off the ban list. Derek, you want to give some peep into this?
I was talking about things people don't care about. One of my favorite things is people get so like loud and excited about unbanning things, and then things get unbanned and no one plays them. Braid's Cabal Minion, haven't seen one. Panoptic Mirror, I don't think I've seen one. A Gifts Ungiven, definitely haven't seen one. Coalition Victory, haven't seen one. Sway the Stars, we'll never see one.
But it's almost like people get mad for no reason. Who would have thought? Holy crap. You telling me people get upset on the internet for nothing? Jesus Christ.
That's impossible.
Wait, current news. Fat meat is greasy.
Yeah. Well, we have another kind of like bracket system ban unban thing coming up later, so we'll save most of that talk for that. I got no thoughts about any of these. You know what? Like, if you're going to unban random cards, I'm kind of at the point where it's like, don't unban like Tolarian Academy and like keep prime time away from me. But when you got these random like corner case cards, free them. Nobody cares. I've literally never seen them, not once.
Yeah, I have the Braids Cabal Minion. I can unleash it if I wanted to. I just don't really care to. But yeah, we don't see these cards. No one plays them. If someone does play this card, we already know who they are, and we already know all their information and who to stay away from.
Said, I think you got the next one.
We have 4 Avatar nations. So, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there were 4 nations that lived in harmony: Earth, Wind, and Fire, and they sang a song called September.
And Jar Jar Binks. And Jar Jar Binks was the 4th one, right? You said a long time ago,
No,
in a galaxy far, far away.
That's from Star Trek.
No. Oh, damn it! I was close.
Jeez.
I was close.
Get your nerd right. But yeah, so we got the Avatar set that just recently released. Actually, apparently, according to Ken, doing gangbusters out there. Not a sad soul in sight. Everybody's happy. Everybody's eating it up. Everybody's loving it. Earthbending. Everybody's earthbending apparently, and copying spells with Azula. So, fire. Avatar go burr.
All I know is the Cabbage Man's an asshole. That's my only takeaway from Avatar. I don't know anything else about the set. Just the Cabbage Man. That's all I got. Asshole, just throwing food at people and just running around, and I'm trying to cast spells, and you're making more food, and I got to count.
I will say that I haven't seen any cards in particular that look like they're getting out of hand. It looks pretty balanced, like the Avatar state. I haven't gone against many of the Aang cards or the Appa cards. Those airbending cards. So maybe I just haven't been smacked by that just yet. But everything seems kind of balanced so far.
Yeah, I haven't paid any attention to the set outside of playing against you guys. So I will
that is true. My sample size is only Danny.
I defer to Ken on that. It seems cool. Like I said this in a few of our videos. I have no interest, but everybody seems like they're having a great time. So if I'm just judging on people's like excitement and level of enjoyment, this set is killing it. Like this seems like one of the best sets in a long time, just based off of everybody's happiness with it, which is pretty solid. Okay. Now I got number 3. Before you get, we're getting down to the end. 3 Magic Cons. We had 3 main Magic Cons last year. We had Vegas. We had Atlanta.
And Chicago.
And we had
Chirac.
Was Chicago last year? Oh my gosh. I did not realize that was last year. It feels like it was longer ago.
Well, what do you
It was because yes, it was frozen solid. And yes, okay, it's slowly coming
And I kept bringing pizza to the room, and you kept complaining.
Yes, it was the most it was the most pizza-smelling pizza that's ever pizza. Y'all don't understand. Every night he came back with his pizza, and it wasn't even that it smelled bad, even though there was so much dairy in that pizza, just the scent alone was probably killing my insides. But every time he came back, it was just like if you, in a lab, took out the chemical that made you smell pizza and just fucking multiplied that thing and just like mutated that shit and then re-released it and then it just hit you in the face. I have never experienced a pizza smell so pizza-y in my life, and I'm sure it was the greatest tasting thing of all time.
And you know what? I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you. Like I had my fill of it by day 2. I just kept getting it just to fuck with you.
I know. I could tell because every time you're like, do you smell the pizza? And it would just like waft across the room and hit me in the face. And I was like, yes, I'm dying. Please make it stop. Why does my throat hurt?
So as I mentioned before, this was a very long year in Magic. I actually forgot about Chicago.
I did, same. I completely forgot it existed. I was like, it was Vegas, and I missed.
I was
Atlanta.
like Amsterdam.
That's what I was trying to figure out the same shit. Magic Cons, they were awesome. I think they were great. I love Magic Cons are my favorite part of every year.
Yeah, if you have not had a chance to do a Magic Con, do at least one.
Yeah, it's always a great time to meet you guys and kick y'all asses in.
Also, when you do go, make sure to go to drop by Game Nights Live, because most of the times we try to help out as much as we can, like during conventions. So if you ever want to get like a little Easter egg, check out Game Nights Live. You're going to see one of our crazy selves dancing through the aisles. Yeah. Don't throw anything at us unless it's money. Then throw as much as you can. And disregard what I said in step 1.
And on top of
there's so much.
On top of that, just a quick shout out. We will be in MagicCon Vegas.
That's true. We found out as of today we are all going to be in Vegas. So we'll have more announcements. If you haven't been and it's feasible, come. It's so much fun, from like whether you want like the game nights live aspect of like a big live show, if you want vendors, you want to meet people, you want to do whatever you want to do. Like, it's the best time for Magic people ever. You just run around and you'll never accomplish everything you want to accomplish because there's too many things happening, but it's wonderful. And Vegas is going to be in May this year. So I think it's not going to be hot as nuts.
Who told you that lie?
Because May in Arizona, last year it was like midsummer and it was like 120 degrees. I'm pretty sure May is like nice. It's going to be like 105.
You never heard the old saying, if Vegas in May, may God be with you?
I missed that one. All right, on to number 2. Ken.
All right.
What do you got for the number 2 spot for us?
Number 2. So number 2, we have 2 game changers leaving. So I don't pay attention to the bracket system, so this means nothing to me. So how about one of y'all influence them on what that is?
So the bracket system, we could talk about the bracket system in general. Basically, we had 2 game changers. I think it was Trinisphere and Trouble in Pairs got removed from the game changers list, and just a whole stack of stuff got added on. We're not going to read it all. Does anybody use what I'm trying to figure out for real? And I want to ask more people at conventions next year. I've noticed going out into like the wild of like going to random LGSs in my area. I don't know how many people care about the bracket system. I've noticed people care about ban lists. That's the one like consistent. You tell somebody a card's banned, they're like, oh shit, sorry, I'll take that out. You tell somebody that's a game changer or you're in the wrong bracket, they look at you very funny. So I am curious, is this something do you think will like spread out over time? I love it personally for like conventions. It's super useful because everybody's very locked into like what the updated news is. And I honestly love it for play groups. Like, it's been very helpful, I think, in discussing what decks do, especially like with the turns they win on and this and that. Like, I think it's been very helpful, but in the wild, it has felt like I am speaking a different language.
Yeah, I don't care. I really don't care.
I
don't give.
I actually find myself not even, if I'm not at a convention, I don't even ask anymore. I think people just kind of vibe check the old fashioned way, where it's just like, we all know what we're here for, right? Okay, let's see how the first game goes. All right, everybody understood the assignment. So we kind of just do that for the night. But maybe that's just our LGS. I think everyone kind of understands the vibe there. So but it is, like you said, very useful when you go to conventions, meeting new people, new settings. It kind of sets the grounds, get people on a level setting. But we've talked enough about game changers for the year. It's probably going to end up updating by the time the next convention rolls around. But I think it's very useful for what it's doing right now, and the more updates, hopefully, the better. And things get a little bit more evened out when it comes to communication. But, like we said, that's the point of the game changers and the bracket system and all that anyway.
Yeah, I think it all comes down to, Ken, you've said this more eloquently than I have. It all comes down to the old AHC, the asshole check, in that you kind of just sit at the table and just point like, asshole, asshole, asshole. And if nobody's an asshole, everybody's going to have a good time. You can sit down at the table. If everybody is there to have fun, you can sit down with a CEDH deck, a bracket 1, and a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and you're still going to have fun if everybody's cool. And if you got some assholes there, you can sit down with all bracket 4s perfectly matched, and you're going to leave miserable. You just got to have a good time. You got to come with good vibes. Be ready to yell at your friends. Remember, you don't hate your friends because of Magic. You hate them because they're your friends. It's like, it doesn't matter what the game is. It could be Mario Kart. It could be Mario Party. It could be Magic. You're going to yell at your friends anyway. Don't worry about the details.
And if somebody gets out of pocket,
too picky
just
about
remember, how many times I got to teach you this lesson, old man?
All right, let's go to number 1.
Ooh, is that me?
Yeah. Zed, you get to do number 1.
I was feeling very hopeful about this, but I was glad somebody out of us loved it more than I did. But we had one shitty Spider-Man set. Unfortunately, like, Spider-Man did not get the love that some of us felt like it deserved. Like, I feel like so far Marvel is not getting the love that like a Final Fantasy would get. Like I would even say I'll try not to compare it to Final Fantasy in a sense, but it's just like, I feel like Marvel is just it can be as big as a brand as Final Fantasy. Like we got Disney over here now. So I feel like the promotion for all the Marvel stuff has been more miss than hit. Even the previous Marvel cards that came out last year, Storm and all of that. And I don't know. I'm hoping next year is better. Hoping we get more fanfare next year. Or unless everyone's all Marvel superhero fatigued out. Maybe that's what it is.
All I gotta say is this, okay? And this is speaking from a completely selfish point of view. I wanted all of the comic book arts. I'm getting every last card I want for less than $100 right now. So you guys, I get that it sucks, but now in my collection, I will have every Spider-Man comic book art and comic book rendition for under $100. Suck it.
And I love that for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look, as a I guess I say a 1% Marvel fan in the sense I'm a fan of 1% of Marvel. The only thing I cared about was the Green Goblin, and I got a cool Green Goblin, so I was happy. I didn't know everything else could have been made up. I wouldn't have known the difference. The set, I kind of had the same mindset I had for Avatar. I was like, this doesn't exist.
I gotta be honest.
I pretend
my biggest disappointment was I wanted Black Suit Spidey. We got Black Suit Spidey, but I don't understand what the hell that card does.
None of us
I
does.
avoided it at all costs.
We got to hit the final countdown.
Okay.
The final countdown.
So just to
Isn't that the song we're doing?
Yeah, sure, exactly. So just to give you guys an overall arching theme for this, we're going to go ahead and give you guys the list one more time.
12 months of Magic.
11 cards of banning.
10 teams are racing.
9 Legend Dragons.
8 mana ship.
7 sets releasing.
6 Chocobos.
5 unbanned cards.
4 Avatar Nations.
3 Magic Cons.
2 game changers.
And 1 shitty Spider-Man set.
That was fucking beautiful.
Y'all suck as people. I want you to know this.
Web slinging.
But that means something different in my community. But thank you guys for joining us for this nice year of Magic. You know, be thankful for out there. You know, next year is going to be a whole brand new year, but enjoy what you have. Enjoy what you experience. Be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for all you experience, bless the good and the bad, because, you know, you never know what you don't know. Hope to see you guys in the new year. You know, to be thankful for your LGS, your play group, and for this thing we call Magic. But until next time, nice hanging out with you.